All aboard! Nasaan ang kapitan natin today? Nakangiting taon ng Miguel as they were boarding the new yacht. It was newly painted and furnished. It had been another 2 weeks mula ng charity ball. Lawrence was really able to up the game of the yacht. It was now painted heavily in white with blue accents, pero walang pangalan ang yate hanggang ngayon. Valerie looked around the huge deck with a table in the middle, holding food and drinks. This is amazing, Archie said as he looked around the food on the table. I don't believe Lawrence did this. Hey everyone! Bati ng isang magandang babae, nakakalabas lang sa loob ng yacht. Cassie? Gail greeted unsurely. Right. Ito ang babaeng kasama ni Lawrence sa restaurant sa Manila a few weeks ago, and she was just wearing a pair of yellow bikinis now. Valerie was fuming with anger upon seeing her, but she tried to compose herself. I didn't know we were supposed to bring dates, Archie said. Hi, I'm Archie, Laurie's friend. I'm Gael again, and this is Valerie. Pakilala sa kanila ni Gael. I remember you, the woman said. You were that couple from our date a few weeks ago. Yeah, tipid na sagot ni Valerie. The girl was so bubbly, gusto niya itong kutusan, ang feeling close. Right on time, Lawrence got out of the deck and welcomed his guest with a smile. Valerie did not know he looks even better aboard his own yacht. He was freshly shaven in a white short-sleeve polo. Naka-shades to ngayon dahil matindi ang sikat ng araw. It has been 2 weeks simula na ihatid siya nito sa bahay, and damn, she missed seeing him. Di na nga siya kinulit nito matapos ito magpaalam sa kanya. Cassie snaked her arms around his. She looks like a leech now. Hey guys! Masayang bati ni Lawrence. All set? Uh-huh. Where do we put our luggages? Gael asked. The yacht has 4 bedrooms. Just feel free to check out the rooms. But mine is the master suite, so choose from the rest. Then you can leave your bags there and I'll get the beast moving. He responded. You know how to drive a yacht, right? Pariniguro ni Archie sa kaibigan. Of course I do. If all else fails, Gael is here. He also knows how. Nagbibirong wika ni Lawrence. Gael and Archie went inside to check out the rooms, kaya sumunod na rin siya. She tried her best to not look at Lawrence or else makikita nito ang galit sa mga mata niya. God, she hates that Cassie. Siguro ito na ngayon ang body ni Lawrence since she was not available anymore. You can stay here, Valerie. Room next to me. Tawag sa kanya ni Archie. Oh sure, that's perfect. The room was good for a couple. May queen-size bed sa gitna, a bedside lamp, a small TV set, and closet to the right. She went inside and placed her luggage on the bed. If you need anything, I'll just be right across. She turned around and it was Lawrence. What? My room is just across yours if you need anything. Ulit pa nito sa sinabi. She just nodded. Babe, let's start the party. Tawag ni Cassie mula sa hallway. Valerie tried to stop herself from rolling her eyes. Lawrence left and went back on deck, while she was left alone in the room. Gael then entered habang nilalabas si Valerie ang mga gamit mula sa luggage. She's planning to change into a pair of red bikinis this instant. Akala yata ng Cassie na yun siya lang ang may magandang katawan. You're okay? Gael asked. She looked up at him while holding the bikini she'd chosen. Uh-huh. Why wouldn't I be? You look like you're ready to kill Cassie. She fake laughed. Why will I? Gael sat on her bed and smiled. Come on, Valerie. You can tell me anything. If you want this to work out, we can be honest with each other. I am not stupid to not know what's going on. Your mother might be, but I'm not. She just remained staring at him, unsure of what to say. I am not forcing you to say anything to me, but as your friend, I will help you. Change into those bikinis and I'll do the rest. Gael stood up and winked at her pagkatapos lumabas na at sinarado ang pinto ng kwarto niya. What the heck does he mean by that? Valerie stepped out back into the deck looking hot and unbothered in her red 2-piece swimsuit. Kasalukuyang nasa lounge chairs na doon sina Gael, Archie, Cassie, and Lawrence, drinking cocktails. Magsa-sunset na nag-decide na sila na mag-sunset drinks before dinner. And as she walked to her friends, biglang sumipol si Gael. That's my girl. Then he motioned for her to share his lounge chair as it was good enough for 2. Isa pa 4 lamang lounge chair na naroon. She smiled at sat beside him. Bakit ang extra clingy nito ngayon? Who knew I'd be this lucky? Patuloy pang puri ni Gael while putting an arm around her na makapo siya sa tabi ng binata. Why is he suddenly acting like a boyfriend? She then glanced at Lawrence and Cassie's direction pero walang imik ito. Lawrence was still wearing his shades kaya hindi ni Valerie makita ang mga mata nito, but his brows were knitted together. Careful, Gael, the brother is here. Paalala pa ni Archie sa kaibigan. Yeah, of course. I will marry her first and do the honorable thing. Pabirong sagot ni Gael. Lawrence stood up and offered her a cocktail. Valerie accepted it and smiled at him as thanks. Habang nakapulupot pa rin sa kanya si Gael. You better loosen up your hold. She might choke. Pura ni Lawrence kay Gael bago to bumalik sa lounge chair nito. Gael just chuckled, and in a whisper he told her, "I think my acting is working," and he winked at her. She finally got what he meant. He was purposely making Lawrence jealous. Oh gosh, she did not know if she was a wise thing to do, but just looking at her smooching that fake breasted Cassie across them made her want to kill him. How dare he try to replace her immediately with that bimbo? Gael noticed that she was staring at them, so he captured her face and planted a soft kiss on her lips. It was brief but sweet. Nagulat si Valerie sa ginawa nito, but what shocked her most was when Lawrence stood up all of a sudden. "You boys wanna go fishing?" Biglang tanong nito kay Gael at Archie. Archie boredly shrugged. Gael tightened his hold around Valerie. "I don't know. I am enjoying the sunset with Valerie here," he said, while rubbing his hand up and down her shoulders. "Come on. We might have nothing for dinner kung mamaya pa tayo mangingisda. You have all the time in the world to cuddle later on." Lawrence bucking his head. "And one more thing. I'm sure she doesn't like being choked to death like that. Let's go fishing." Gael sighed in resignation at tumayo na rin. He just winked at Valerie before leaving, as if he was happy with the turn of events. And because the boys went out back to fish, she was left on deck with cheerful Cassie. "So, how long have you been together?" Cassie asked. A month and a half. He's been home from the US since then. We're not really together yet, just dating," sagot ni Valerie. She sat back and tried to ignore by her, sipping on her cocktail. "Really? Kala ko ikakasal na kayo. It is supposed to be an arranged marriage, but we'll see how it goes," she honestly replied. She wanted to end the conversation and enjoy the sunset, pero mukhang walang balak ang babaeng tong tantanan siya. "Well, Lawrence and I have just recently met." She looked at Cassie, now interested in whatever she has to say. "But I don't know if he's into a relationship. Wala pa daw siya naging girlfriend, so I'm a bit worried. What if he is still a virgin?" She almost choked on her drink. "What? I mean, isn't it odd that a man like him at his age has not had any girlfriend yet? But he's cute, so could he be gay? Would you know?" Napakarap si Valerie sa mga pinagtatanong ng babae sa harapan niya. "You guys are old friends, right? So you would know if he is," Cassie pressed on. And then an idea came into her head. "You know what? Now that you mentioned it, it kinda makes sense." Nanlaki ang mga mata ni Cassie. "He's always ever been with Gael and Archie when we were growing up. He never had a girlfriend. I would always catch him sleeping over in my brother's room since we were kids, even up until now. So you mean Archie could also be..." Oops! She did not mean na madami ang kapatid niya, pero too late. Hindi na ni Valerie mababawi pa mga sinabi. "Just don't tell anyone about my said. It's just a hunch. Just maybe." Cassie's jaw dropped at her statement, and the woman was quiet for the rest of that afternoon. Dinner turned out to be nice. The boys caught a lot of fish that they grilled for dinner. Natapos na ng kumain ng 9 p.m. Valerie volunteered to wash the dishes and Gail stayed beside to help her. Nasa kitchen sila now ng yacht at pinagtutulungan ang mga platong kailangan linisin. "He was extra curious about us a while ago while we were fishing. He's been asking questions." Balita ni Gail sa kanya. Valerie was sure he was referring to Lawrence. "Like, what questions?" "Whether I'm starting to like you and whether I want to push through with this arranged marriage." "What did you tell him?" "Honestly, Valerie, I don't have a girlfriend and no woman out there was able to get my attention enough for me to stay with her for long. I don't think I'm meant to fall in love and all that. I just want to have a wife that I can go home, someone that will support me and be a friend to. I see you being able to fulfill that," he calmly said. That's what I told him. "Wow, that's sweet. What about you? You think you can marry me and forget all about you and him?" Nagulat si Valerie sa diretsahang tanong nito. Nabitawan ng basong nililinis. It broke nang bumaksak to sa sink and some glass bounced on her hand, cutting some skin on her forefinger. "Oh shit," she said in pain. "Hold on." Gail quickly grabbed her hand and sucked on the blood flowing from her fingers. Everything happened so fast. Valerie was just looking at Gail sucking on her forefinger na makita na lamang niya si Lawrence na biglang itinulak to. "What are you doing to her?" Galit na tanong ni Lawrence habang hawak-hawak si Gail sa kwelo ng polo shirt nito. "She's just hurt," Gail replied. Pinakawalan to ni Lawrence as he turned his attention to her. "What happened?" Itinaas ni Valerie ang dumudugong kamay to show him that Gail was not lying. Lawrence pulled her right arm at kinaladkad siya papasok sa master suite. She turned around to look at Gail but he just shrugged, choosing not to follow them. Valerie was shocked as Lawrence pushed her to sit down on his bed. Hindi siya sigurado if she should be there. Baka kung ano na naman ang mangyaring hindi dapat. What the hell was that? Galit na tanong ni Lawrence sa kanya, while still trying to keep his voice down. The bedrooms were still small and were only separated by walls. Baka marinig sila ni Archie at Cassie. For some reasons, Cassie was nowhere to be found. She was not in Lawrence's suite. I was just washing the dishes. Nabasag ko pa nga lang yung isang baso mo eh. Pag-amin ni Valerie. Lawrence lifted her hand na may sugat at tinitigan yon. Bleeding won't stop if you let a man kiss it. He was not kissing my finger. Pagtutol ni Valerie. He was just sucking the blood off. That's way even worse. He quickly opened his closet at may kinuhang pulong first aid kit doon. It was a box. Pagbukas nun may lamang kung ano ng type ng gauzes and some medicine to stop bleeding. Lawrence sat beside her and grabbed her bleeding finger again. Nilagyan niya ng alcohol and then betadine to stop the bleeding. At pagkatapos pinaikutan to ni Lawrence ang band-aid. That is how you stop bleeding. Inis pa ring bulong ni Lawrence. You know what? He probably knows about us with the way you're acting. She calmly said, We have to talk to him. Do you really like him that much? He asked, looking hurt that she was more worried about Gail's feelings now. Well, he's nothing but nice to me since we started dating. He did not answer. Tumayo na lang at binalik ang first aid kit sa closet nito. Thanks for this. I'm going to bed now. Cassie might also see me here and might get the wrong idea. Pagdadahilan niya and left the room as quickly as she can. Gail was still in the kitchen, drying up the dishes that she washed. Wala na ring sink ang basag na baso kanina. He cured you? Gail asked habang nakangiting na nakakaloko sa kanya. Yeah, he did. Are you okay? Di ka naman nasaktan. Gail just shrugged. That was just a friendly banter between us. I'm used to him throwing punches at me every now and then. But the real question is, are you really okay? Valerie did not answer. Come on, Valerie, tell me the truth. Gail was done putting all the dishes on the dish rack, so she pulled him to his bedroom for some privacy. Gail quickly followed at sinarado ang pintuan. So? He pressed while sitting down on her bed. Valerie remained standing up and walking back and forth. I don't know how to explain, but Lawrence and I never really had a real relationship. That asshole? He cursed. So ano kayo? And how long has that been happening? You cannot fool me, Valerie. You're not just friends. I've seen the way he touches you and looks at you. Well, we're friends who happen to sleep together on some days. It's been going on for 8 years and now... 8 years? Gulat na tanong ni Gael. This is really something. I mean, I never understood why I've never seen Lawrence with a woman before, but he seemed to always have someone. He would always disappear saying he needs to meet someone or fetch someone or go to someone. So that has been you all along? Well, I'm not sure if it was just entirely me. We never really had anything official. He never committed himself to me. And why did you allow it? Valerie sat beside him because the question was suddenly too heavy for her to bear. Bakit nga ba hinayaan niyang tumagal ng ganoon? I always hoped at the back of my mind that he will eventually ask me to be his girlfriend and that we would stop hiding. But that's 8 years, Valerie. I know. Ang tanga ko, no? Napailing na lang din si Valerie sa sarili. So what's the turning point? Well, it's been 8 years and I'm not getting any younger. Naiinip na rin ako maghintay. Then my parents came to talk to me about the possible match between us. I just realized how badly they were worrying about me too, to spring up such an idea. A lone tear dropped down her right cheek. Gail was quick to wipe it away, but Valerie continued. And then I told him about our possible engagement, and he did not even bother. He repetitively called me his friend and that he would just wanted me, the best for me, since we've been friends for so long. She just nodded in resignation, showing how she never wanted it to be, but it just was. Gail comforted her with a hug. It was the least he could do. Pagbabayarin kong gagawin ang mga ginawa niya sa'yo. Pagsisisihan niyang 8 taong pinagsamahan ninyo. And she cried herself to sleep on Gail's shoulders that night. It was already morning. Valerie woke up when sudden brightness hit the back of her eyes. Sino bang bigla na lang nagbukas ng mga kortina? She squinted and slowly opened her eyes while adjusting to the light. What is it? She muttered, still trying to open her eyes. Get up! Maring utos ng boses na yon. Hindi si Valerie pwede magkamali. That voice could only be Lawrence. She shut up at kilusot-kusot ang mga mata. What is wrong with you? It is so early in the morning. Lawrence was standing in front of her bed, fuming with anger, and he stared at the space beside her. Napasulod si Valerie sa kung anong tinitingnan nito at laking gulat niya na makita doon si Gael, sleeping soundly and unbothered. Oo nga pala, they were talking last night at napagod siya sa kakaiyak na nakatulog na yata siya sa tabi nito. What is he doing here? Sigaw ni Lawrence na ikinagising ni Gael. Gail also sat up at gulong-gulong nakatingin sa kanilang dalawa ni Lawrence. What did you do to her? Tanong muli ni Lawrence. This time, he pulled her up at palayo kay Gael. Chill bro, we just slept. Sagot ni Gael habang nakatas ang dalawang kamay in an act of surrender. I swear nothing happened. Pumasok na rin si Archie sa kwarto nang marinig ang sigawan ng dalawa. Did you... No! Sigaw ni Valerie. Nothing happened, okay? You're making a fuss out of nothing. Isa pa, ano bang pakialam mo? Stop looking after me. Si Cassie ang pagtuunan mo ng pansin. Nagdiretso na si Valerie palabas ng kwarto. She was only in her denim shorts and white t-shirt na nakatulugan na rin niya kagabi at wala siyang balak magpalit ng damit. They all were probably still inside the boat, fighting over why Gael slept beside her that night. He was ignoring her the last few weeks, tapos ngayon, nakikialam to sa kanilang dalawa ni Gael. Can we talk? Valerie turned around to see Lawrence standing beside her, brows knitted. Mukhang galit pa rin to at irita matapos makita sila ni Gael na magkatabi sa kama kani-kanina lang. Are you done beating up my fiancé? She asked emotionlessly. He swore nothing happened between the two of you last night. Totoo ba yon? So what if it's true? What gives you the right to meddle in our business? Singhal niya rito. I know wala akong karapatan pagsabihan ka, but I know Gael more than you do. He likes women and he likes sleeping around. He may be... So what if we sleep together? We're going to get married anyway. It is better than sleeping with someone who doesn't have any intention of marrying you, right? He was struck at her sudden accusation. I didn't know you wanted marriage as an end. Tanga ba talagang lalaking to? Any woman deserves to be respected, Lawrence. And what happened between us the last 8 years? There was no respect there whatsoever. You used me. And I guess for some reasons I allowed it, but now I am standing up for myself. You don't have any right to meddle in my business anymore. Whatever is between me and Gael are just between me and him now.